Welcome to Couples in Cash, Building Financial Success Together, written and published by Tony Creed. This audiobook is not financial advice. It's rather a guide to understanding and reshaping your relationship with money through insights and strategies. Money is one of the most significant factors in any relationship. It has the power to build trust, strengthen connections, and create a foundation for shared dreams. At the same time, it can also become a source of conflict or stress if not managed well. That's why learning to navigate money as a team is one of the most valuable skills a couple can develop. When two people come together, they bring unique experiences, values, and attitudes toward money. One partner might view saving as a priority, while the other might feel more comfortable taking financial risks. These differences can feel challenging, but when approached with communication and understanding, they become opportunities for growth. Financial teamwork isn't just about numbers, it's about building a relationship that thrives on mutual respect and shared goals. Let me share a story about Jason and Mia, a couple who found themselves struggling early in their marriage due to differing financial habits. Jason preferred to save, often prioritizing long-term goals, while Mia leaned toward enjoying life in the moment, spending freely on travel and dining. Their differing approaches created tension, with each partner feeling misunderstood. One day, they decided to tackle their finances together. They began by sitting down and having an honest conversation about their financial values and dreams. For the first time, they listened to each other's perspectives without judgment. They agreed on a plan that combined Jason's focus on saving with Mia's desire to enjoy life, allocating part of their budget for short-term pleasures and part for long-term investments. Over time, they saw their communication and trust grow, and they achieved milestones they once thought were out of reach, like buying a home and starting a travel fund. Jason and Mia's story shows that financial success isn't about having the same priorities but about working together to find balance. In this audiobook, you'll discover practical tools and strategies to strengthen your relationship and finances simultaneously. From building shared goals to handling conflict and celebrating milestones, this journey will empower you and your partner to create a prosperous future together. Whether you're just starting your journey as a couple or have been together for years, this audiobook will guide you step by step, offering actionable insights and inspiring stories along the way. Let's dive in and explore how you can build financial success together, one decision at a time. Chapter 1. The Money Conversation. Talking about money can feel uncomfortable, even with someone you trust completely. For many couples, it's a topic filled with unspoken fears, past experiences, and misunderstandings. Yet, avoiding these conversations often leads to tension, misaligned goals, and missed opportunities. Learning how to have honest and constructive money discussions is one of the most important steps toward financial success and a stronger relationship. Breaking the stigma around money talks starts with recognizing that these conversations are not about blame or control. They're about building a shared understanding. Many of us grew up in households where money was either a source of stress or something never discussed. This creates barriers to open communication. To overcome this, approach the topic with curiosity rather than judgment. A simple way to start is by asking open-ended questions like, "What are your biggest financial dreams?" Or, "What's one money habit you wish you could improve?" These questions invite dialogue and show that you value your partner's perspective. Tools for identifying financial values and priorities can help bring clarity to these discussions. One useful exercise is to create a financial values list together. Write down categories like saving, investing, spending, debt management, and giving. Rank these in order of importance individually, then compare your lists. This reveals where you align and where you may need to compromise. For example, one partner might prioritize paying off debt, while the other values building an emergency fund. Seeing these priorities on paper creates a starting point for collaboration. Setting the stage for open communication and trust is crucial. Choose a neutral and relaxed time to talk about money, avoiding moments when emotions are high, such as right after a large purchase or a stressful day. Begin the conversation by affirming your shared goals, such as buying a home, saving for a vacation, or achieving financial independence. Frame the discussion as a team effort rather than a debate. Listening without interrupting or criticizing allows both partners to feel heard, fostering mutual respect and understanding. Let's look at the story of Aaron and Elena, a couple who overcame misunderstandings about money by creating a safe space for dialogue. Aaron was a natural saver, always focused on building their future. Elena, on the other hand, enjoyed spending on experiences and often felt restricted by Aaron's approach. These differences led to arguments, with Aaron feeling frustrated and Elena feeling judged. One evening, they decided to try a different approach. They set aside an hour to talk about money without distractions, starting with a shared goal: saving for a dream vacation. They each took turns explaining their perspectives. Aaron admitted his fear of financial insecurity, while Elena shared how spending on experiences made her feel alive and connected. By listening to each other, they found common ground. Together, they created a budget that allowed them to save for their vacation while setting aside a small amount each month for Elena's outings. Over time, these conversations became a regular part of their relationship. Aaron and Elena's trust and communication deepened, and they began to tackle larger financial goals together, like paying off debt and starting an investment portfolio. Their journey highlights how open dialogue can transform financial tension into teamwork. The money conversation is not a one-time event but an ongoing dialogue. Each discussion strengthens your ability to navigate challenges and achieve goals as a team. By breaking the stigma, using tools to identify your values, and setting the stage for trust, you can create a relationship where money becomes a source of connection rather than conflict. Let's build on this foundation as we explore more strategies for financial success in the next chapter. Chapter 2. Combining finances. To merge or not to merge. One of the most significant decisions couples face when building financial success together is how to manage their money. Should you combine all your finances, keep them separate, or find a middle ground? There's no one-size-fits-all answer. The key is to choose a system that aligns with your relationship's unique needs, values, and goals. By exploring the pros and cons of shared, separate, and hybrid financial systems, you can find the balance that works best for you and your partner. For some couples, merging finances completely feels natural. This approach simplifies things like paying bills and tracking savings and creates a sense of unity. Shared accounts can foster transparency and trust, making it easier to plan for shared goals like buying a home or starting a family. However, merging everything may feel restrictive for those who value financial independence. It can also lead to tension if one partner is more cautious with spending while the other is more spontaneous. On the other hand, keeping finances entirely separate can help maintain a sense of independence. Each partner has complete control over their income and spending, which works well for couples with vastly different financial habits or responsibilities. However, this approach can also create challenges when managing shared expenses, such as rent, groceries, or vacations. Without clear agreements, separate finances may lead to confusion or resentment over who's contributing what. The hybrid approach combines the best of both worlds. Couples keep joint accounts for shared expenses and goals while maintaining separate accounts for personal spending. This system allows for teamwork on big picture goals while preserving individual freedom. For example, joint accounts can cover household bills and savings, while personal accounts allow each partner to spend on hobbies or interests without feeling the need to explain or justify purchases. To choose a system that works for your relationship, start by discussing your financial values and priorities. Ask questions like, "What does financial independence mean to you?" Or, "How do you feel about sharing expenses?" Understanding each other's perspectives can guide you toward a system that feels fair and supportive. Be open to revisiting this decision as your circumstances evolve. For example, a couple may start with separate finances but shift to a hybrid or shared system after getting married or having children. Managing joint expenses, personal spending, and financial independence requires clear agreements. Decide who will handle specific bills and how much each partner will contribute. For shared expenses, consider splitting based on income to ensure fairness. For example, if one partner earns significantly more, they may contribute 60% of the bills while the other covers 40%. Use tools like budgeting apps or spreadsheets to track these contributions and keep everything transparent. Setting up joint accounts or maintaining separate ones should be a practical decision. If you choose to merge, set up a joint checking account for day-to-day expenses and a joint savings account for larger goals. Define clear rules for how the joint accounts will be used. If you prefer separate finances, consider automating transfers into a shared account to cover joint costs. Regularly review your system to ensure it continues to meet your needs. Let's explore the story of Lily and Chris, a newlywed couple who found balance with a hybrid financial approach. Lily was a freelance writer with an irregular income, while Chris worked a steady corporate job. Lily valued financial independence, while Chris preferred a unified approach. Initially, they struggled to agree on how to handle their money. Chris felt frustrated managing most of the bills, while Lily worried about losing control over her finances. After an honest conversation, they decided to try a hybrid system. They opened a joint account for household expenses, agreeing to contribute proportionally based on their incomes. They also set up a joint savings account for shared goals like buying a car. Meanwhile, they each kept separate accounts for personal spending. This balance allowed Chris to feel secure about their shared responsibilities while giving Lily the freedom to manage her own income. Over time, their hybrid approach strengthened their trust and teamwork. They even began using their joint account to invest in index funds, building a portfolio that aligned with their shared goals. Lily and Chris's story shows how a flexible approach can adapt to individual needs while fostering unity. Combining finances doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing decision. By understanding your options, managing expenses fairly, and choosing a system that evolves with your relationship, you can create a financial strategy that works for both partners. The right approach empowers you to build trust, achieve shared goals, and maintain individual independence. Let's continue this journey and explore how to set and achieve your financial dreams as a couple in the next chapter. If you're enjoying this audiobook so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more insightful content. Also, don't forget to check the video description for some valuable tools and resources to help you on your wealth journey. Now let's get back to it. Chapter 3. Setting Shared Financial Goals. Setting shared financial goals is one of the most powerful ways to strengthen your relationship while building a prosperous future together. When both partners are aligned on what they're working toward, money becomes a tool for connection and teamwork rather than a source of tension. By taking the time to define and plan your goals as a couple, you create a roadmap for success that benefits both your finances and your relationship. Aligned goals are essential because they give both partners a clear sense of purpose. Without alignment, financial decisions can feel scattered, and disagreements can arise over where to prioritize money. But when you work together to identify what matters most, you create a unified vision that keeps you both motivated. Short-term goals like saving for a vacation or paying off credit card debt build momentum, while long-term goals like retirement planning or buying a home create a sense of shared accomplishment. Vision boards and financial planning apps are powerful tools for setting and visualizing your goals. A vision board allows you to see your dreams in one place, whether it's images of your dream home, a tropical getaway, or financial milestones like a fully funded emergency fund. Creating this board together can be a fun and inspiring activity, reinforcing your shared aspirations. Financial planning apps make the process practical by helping you set timelines, track progress, and stay on budget. Tools that sync with joint accounts can keep both partners accountable and informed about how their efforts are contributing to the bigger picture. Managing differing priorities is an inevitable part of setting financial goals. One partner might prioritize saving for security, while the other may focus on investing for growth. These differences don't have to cause conflict. Instead, they can complement each other when handled with open communication and compromise. Start by listing your individual priorities and discussing why each one matters to you. Then, look for ways to integrate both perspectives into your plan. For example, you might agree to allocate a portion of your savings to investments while maintaining a robust emergency fund. Let's explore the story of Emma and Ryan, a couple who successfully balanced their priorities while saving for their dream home and tackling student loans. Emma had always dreamed of owning a home, seeing it as a symbol of stability and independence. Ryan, on the other hand, was focused on eliminating his student debt, which he saw as a financial burden holding them back. Initially, their priorities clashed, and conversations about money often led to frustration. One evening, they decided to approach their goals differently. They created a vision board together, adding images of their ideal home alongside visuals representing a debt-free life. Seeing both dreams represented helped them realize they could work toward both simultaneously. Using a financial planning app, they calculated how much they needed for a home down payment while setting up a realistic timeline for paying off Ryan's loans. They agreed to split their efforts, dedicating 60% of their savings toward the home and 40% toward extra loan payments. Ryan also committed to reducing his expenses temporarily, allowing them to save more without sacrificing their goals. Within 3 years, they paid off Ryan's loans and saved enough for their dream home. More importantly, the process strengthened their bond and taught them the value of teamwork. Emma and Ryan's story illustrates how shared goals bring clarity and purpose, even when priorities differ. Their journey highlights the importance of communication, compromise, and using practical tools to stay on track. Setting shared financial goals isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey of working together and celebrating progress along the way. By aligning your visions, using tools like vision boards and apps, and balancing differing priorities, you can create a plan that reflects your dreams as a couple. The result is not only financial success but also a deeper sense of connection and trust. Let's continue exploring how to make these goals a reality in the chapters ahead. Chapter 4. Budgeting as a team. Budgeting is more than just tracking expenses. It's a powerful tool that helps couples align their financial goals and build a foundation for lasting success. When done as a team, budgeting becomes a shared responsibility that strengthens trust, communication, and accountability. Learning how to build and stick to a budget together is one of the most effective ways to ensure you're working toward a prosperous future. The 50-30-20 rule is a popular budgeting framework that can easily be adapted for couples. This method allocates 50% of your combined income toward necessities like rent, groceries, and utilities, 30% toward discretionary spending like dining out or entertainment, and 20% toward savings and debt repayment. For couples, the key is to discuss and agree on what falls into each category. For instance, one partner might consider gym memberships a necessity, while the other might see them as discretionary. Clarifying these definitions up front avoids confusion and ensures both partners feel heard. Tracking shared expenses effectively is essential for maintaining transparency and avoiding misunderstandings. Start by creating a shared document or using a budgeting app that allows both partners to view and update expenses in real time. Categorize your spending and regularly review where your money is going. Automation can also be a game changer. Set up automatic transfers for recurring bills, savings contributions, and investments. This simplifies the process and reduces the likelihood of missed payments or disagreements about who should cover what. Turning budgeting into a collaborative, rewarding habit keeps the process engaging and prevents it from feeling like a chore. Instead of viewing budgeting as a restriction, treat it as an opportunity to celebrate your progress and plan for things you enjoy. Schedule regular, budget meetings, where you review your spending, assess your goals, and make adjustments as needed. Make these meetings fun by pairing them with a favorite activity, like cooking a special meal together or planning your next trip. Recognize small victories, like staying under budget for a category, and reward yourselves with something meaningful. Let's look at the story of Tara and Liam, a couple who strengthened their bond through a budgeting challenge. Tara was a meticulous planner who thrived on structure, while Liam had a more carefree approach to money. Their differing styles often led to tension, especially when it came to discretionary spending. One day, Tara proposed a fun challenge. For 1 month, they would work together to stick to a strict budget and save an extra $500 for a weekend getaway. Liam agreed, intrigued by the idea of making budgeting more dynamic. They started by setting clear guidelines. Using the 50-30-20 rule, they allocated funds for essentials, fun activities, and their savings goal. They tracked every expense in a shared app, checking in weekly to see their progress. To stay motivated, they got creative with low-cost date nights and found ways to reduce unnecessary expenses, like cooking at home instead of dining out. By the end of the month, not only had they reached their savings goal, but they also discovered how much they enjoyed working as a team. The experience gave Liam a greater appreciation for budgeting, while Tara learned to be more flexible. Their weekend getaway felt even more rewarding, knowing it was a result of their collaboration and discipline. Tara and Liam's story highlights how budgeting can be a tool for connection and growth. It's not just about managing money, it's about fostering teamwork and celebrating what you achieve together. Budgeting as a team may seem challenging at first, but with the right approach, it becomes an empowering habit that supports both your financial goals and your relationship. By adapting frameworks like the 50-30-20 rule, tracking expenses transparently, and turning the process into a rewarding experience, you can create a budget that works for both of you. Let's keep building on this momentum as we explore more ways to achieve financial success as a couple in the next chapter. Chapter 5. Managing Debt Together. Debt is a reality for many couples, whether it's student loans, credit card balances, or a mortgage. Managing debt as a team can feel daunting, but with transparency, a solid plan, and a shared commitment, it can also become an opportunity to strengthen your relationship and build a brighter financial future. Tackling debt together isn't just about numbers, it's about trust, communication, and working toward a common goal. The first step is transparency. Being honest about your financial situation is essential for building trust and avoiding misunderstandings. If one partner has more debt than the other, it can feel intimidating to disclose, but hiding debt creates a barrier to teamwork. Approach the conversation with empathy and a solution-oriented mindset. Start by sharing the details: the total amount owed, interest rates, and monthly payments. This ensures that both partners have a clear understanding of where they stand and can work together to create a plan. Creating a repayment plan that fits both partners' lifestyles is the next step. The key is to find a strategy that feels achievable while balancing your other financial priorities. Begin by identifying which debts to tackle first. High-interest debts, such as credit cards, often take priority because they cost more over time. For lower-interest debts, like student loans, focus on maintaining consistent payments while allocating extra funds to higher priority balances. Two popular repayment methods are the snowball method and the avalanche method. The snowball method focuses on paying off the smallest debt first, providing quick wins that build momentum. The avalanche method targets the debt with the highest interest rate first, saving money in the long run. Choose the approach that works best for your situation and motivates you both. Once the plan is in place, automate payments whenever possible to stay consistent and avoid missed deadlines. Turning debt management into a shared achievement transforms what could feel like a burden into a source of pride and connection. Celebrate progress along the way, whether it's paying off a credit card or reducing the total balance by a significant percentage. Consider setting milestones and rewarding yourselves for hitting them. For example, after clearing a specific debt, you could plan a weekend getaway or a special date night. These celebrations reinforce the sense of accomplishment and keep both partners motivated. Let's explore the story of Jake and Amanda, a couple who paid off $50,000 in debt by working as a team. When they got engaged, Amanda revealed that she had $35,000 in student loans, while Jake had $15,000 in credit card debt. Initially, they felt overwhelmed by the combined total and unsure of how to manage it. However, they decided to face the challenge together. Their first step was creating a full picture of their financial situation. They wrote down all their debts, including balances, interest rates, and minimum payments. Using this information, they developed a repayment plan. They chose the avalanche method, focusing on Jake's high-interest credit card debt first while maintaining minimum payments on Amanda's student loans. To free up more money for debt repayment, Jake and Amanda reviewed their budget and identified areas where they could cut back. They started cooking at home more often, canceled unused subscriptions, and took on side gigs to boost their income. They also opened a shared account specifically for debt payments, contributing a fixed amount each month based on their income proportions. Over the next 2 years, they tracked their progress and celebrated small wins. Each milestone, from clearing Jake's credit card to reducing Amanda's loan balance, brought them closer together. By the end of the 3rd year, they had paid off the full $50,000. The experience not only improved their financial stability but also deepened their trust and communication. Jake and Amanda's story shows that managing debt together is more than a financial task. It's a journey that strengthens your bond as a couple. Debt can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be a source of strain in your relationship. By approaching it with transparency, creating a realistic repayment plan, and celebrating your progress, you can turn debt management into a shared success story. Working together to overcome challenges builds resilience, trust, and a foundation for future financial achievements. Let's continue exploring how to grow your wealth as a team in the chapters ahead. If you're enjoying this audiobook so far, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more insightful content. Also, don't forget to check the video description for some valuable tools and resources to help you on your wealth journey. Now let's get back to it. Chapter 6. Saving and Investing as a Couple. Saving and investing are the cornerstones of building wealth, and when couples approach these goals together, they unlock a powerful advantage. By combining resources, aligning strategies, and supporting each other's growth, you can create a financial foundation that's stronger than what either partner could achieve alone. Whether you're saving for a rainy day or investing for long-term growth, the key is to approach these efforts with intention and teamwork. The first step in saving as a couple is building an emergency fund. An emergency fund acts as a financial safety net, providing peace of mind and protection against unexpected expenses like medical bills, car repairs, or temporary job loss. For most couples, a fund covering 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses is ideal. Start by setting a specific savings target and contributing a fixed amount each month until you reach it. Automating these contributions can make the process seamless and consistent. Keep your emergency fund in a separate, easily accessible account, such as a high-yield savings account, so it's available when you need it. Once your emergency fund is in place, it's time to explore beginner-friendly investments. Exchange-traded funds, also known as ETFs, and index funds are excellent options for couples starting their investment journey. These funds allow you to invest in a diversified portfolio of stocks or bonds with relatively low risk and cost. For example, an index fund might track the performance of the top 500 companies in the stock market, spreading your investment across multiple industries. ETFs work similarly but can be bought and sold throughout the trading day, providing added flexibility. Investing as a couple starts with defining your shared goals. Are you saving for a down payment on a home, planning for retirement, or building a college fund for future children? Knowing your objectives helps you choose the right investment vehicles and strategies. For long-term goals, prioritize investments with higher growth potential, such as stocks. For shorter-term goals, consider safer options like bonds or money market funds. Regularly review your portfolio and adjust it as your priorities evolve. The benefits of shared financial education cannot be overstated. Learning about saving and investing together not only builds your knowledge but also strengthens your teamwork. Consider taking an online course on personal finance or investing, attending a seminar, or reading a book on the subject together. This shared learning experience creates a foundation of trust and ensures that both partners are equally informed and empowered to make decisions. Even casual discussions about what you've learned can spark ideas and align your strategies. Let's explore the story of Sarah and Daniel, a couple who built a six-figure portfolio by aligning their savings and investing strategies. When they first moved in together, Sarah and Daniel had very different approaches to money. Sarah was a natural saver who preferred keeping her funds in a high-yield savings account. Daniel, on the other hand, was eager to start investing but lacked a clear plan. Their conversations about money often ended in frustration, with neither feeling understood. One weekend, they decided to take an online course on investing for beginners. The course explained concepts like compound interest, diversification, and the benefits of index funds in simple terms. Inspired by what they learned, Sarah and Daniel decided to align their strategies. They opened a joint investment account and started contributing to a low-cost index fund, setting a goal to invest 20% of their combined income each month. To ensure their plan was balanced, they also built an emergency fund that covered 6 months of expenses, giving Sarah the security she valued. Meanwhile, Daniel tracked their portfolio's performance and researched new investment opportunities. Over 5 years, their consistent contributions and market growth brought their portfolio to over $100,000. Along the way, they celebrated each milestone, from reaching their first $10,000 to achieving their six-figure goal. Sarah and Daniel's story highlights how saving and investing together can transform not only your finances but also your relationship. By aligning their approaches and supporting each other's priorities, they turned their differing perspectives into complementary strengths. Saving and investing as a couple is about more than building wealth. It's about creating a shared vision for your future and taking steps to make it a reality. Whether you're building an emergency fund, exploring investments like ETFs, or learning together, the process strengthens your bond and sets you up for long-term success. Let's continue exploring how to navigate your financial journey as a team in the next chapter. Chapter 7. Dealing with financial conflict. Every couple faces disagreements about money at some point. Whether it's about spending habits, saving priorities, or unexpected expenses, financial conflict is a natural part of any relationship. The key is not to avoid these disagreements but to handle them constructively. When approached with empathy, compromise, and a focus on shared goals, financial conflicts can actually strengthen your bond and lead to better decision-making as a team. Recognizing and addressing financial triggers is the first step to resolving conflict. Often, money arguments aren't really about the money itself but about underlying emotions, values, or fears. For example, one partner might feel anxious about spending because of a past financial struggle, while the other might feel frustrated by a perceived lack of freedom. Identifying these triggers requires honest and open communication. Instead of blaming or accusing, ask questions like, "What worries you most about this decision?" or, "How can we address your concerns?" This creates a safe space for both partners to express their feelings without judgment. Compromise and empathy play a central role in resolving disputes. Start by acknowledging your partner's perspective, even if you don't fully agree. Empathy shows that you value their input and are willing to find a middle ground. For example, if one partner wants to save aggressively while the other prefers to enjoy more discretionary spending, you can allocate a portion of your budget to both priorities. The goal is to create a plan that respects both perspectives and ensures that neither partner feels overlooked or dismissed. Preventing conflicts from derailing long-term goals requires setting boundaries and maintaining a big-picture focus. Establish guidelines for spending, saving, and decision-making to reduce uncertainty and miscommunication. For instance, agree on spending limits that require mutual approval, such as purchases over a specific dollar amount. Regular check-ins about your financial progress also help keep both partners aligned and focused on what you're working toward together. When disagreements arise, revisit your shared goals as a reminder of why you're on the same team. Consider the story of Rachel and David, a couple who navigated their financial differences to build a stronger relationship. Rachel grew up in a household where money was always tight, so she valued saving and security above all else. David, on the other hand, believed in living for the moment and often spent impulsively on experiences like dining out or weekend getaways. Their clashing perspectives led to frequent arguments, with Rachel feeling frustrated by David's spending and David feeling restricted by Rachel's cautious approach. One evening, after a particularly heated disagreement, they decided to sit down and talk openly about their financial values. Rachel shared how her past experiences had shaped her desire for stability, while David explained that enjoying life in the present was his way of feeling fulfilled. Through this conversation, they realized that their goals weren't as different as they seemed. Both wanted financial security and happiness, but they approached these priorities differently. To find balance, Rachel and David created a budget that allowed for both savings and discretionary spending. They agreed to allocate 70% of their income toward necessities and savings, leaving 30% for experiences and leisure. They also set a rule to discuss any major expenses before making a decision. Over time, these compromises not only reduced their conflicts but also deepened their understanding of each other's needs. They eventually saved enough for a down payment on a home while still enjoying occasional trips and nights out. Rachel and David's journey shows that financial conflict doesn't have to drive couples apart. With empathy, compromise, and clear boundaries, disagreements can become opportunities to grow closer and align your priorities. Money disagreements are inevitable, but they don't have to derail your relationship or your financial goals. By recognizing triggers, practicing empathy, and focusing on the bigger picture, you can turn conflicts into opportunities for growth. Let's continue this journey by exploring how to build multiple income streams as a team in the next chapter. Chapter 8. Building multiple income streams. Building multiple income streams is one of the most effective ways for couples to achieve financial freedom. By diversifying where your money comes from, you reduce your reliance on a single source, protect against financial uncertainty, and create more opportunities to grow your wealth. When couples work together to brainstorm ideas and support each other's goals, they unlock the potential to create a powerful financial partnership. Brainstorming side hustles or shared ventures is a great starting point. Begin by identifying your skills, passions, and resources as a couple. For example, one partner might have a talent for graphic design, while the other excels at social media marketing. Combining these skills could lead to creating and selling digital products, offering design services, or starting a small business together. Write down every idea, no matter how simple or ambitious, and then narrow the list to a few viable options. Consider what aligns with your interests, lifestyle, and financial goals. Strategies for passive income allow couples to earn money with minimal ongoing effort once the systems are in place. Real estate is a popular avenue, with options like renting out a property or investing in real estate investment trusts, also known as REITs. Another option is creating and selling digital products, such as ebooks, online courses, or printables, which can generate recurring income over time. Couples with a knack for creativity might explore content creation, earning through ad revenue or brand partnerships. The key is to start small, learn the ropes, and scale as you gain confidence. Supporting each other's career and entrepreneurial goals amplifies your chances of success. When both partners feel encouraged and valued, they're more likely to take bold steps toward building wealth. This support can come in many forms, from offering emotional encouragement to sharing responsibilities at home to free up time for a project. Celebrate each other's wins and be patient with setbacks, viewing them as learning opportunities rather than failures. Consider the story of Sam and Erica, a couple who turned a small side hustle into a thriving business. Sam worked full-time as a software developer, while Erica had a background in photography and design. One evening, they brainstormed ways to create extra income and decided to combine their talents to launch an online store selling custom-designed templates for photographers. Sam handled the technical side, building the website and managing customer support, while Erica created the products and marketed them on social media. At first, they worked on the business in their spare time, dedicating weekends and evenings to building their brand. Their initial sales were modest, but they reinvested the profits into advertising and expanding their product offerings. Over time, their store gained traction, attracting a loyal customer base. Within 2 years, their side hustle was earning enough for Erica to leave her full-time job and focus on the business. Sam continued to support the venture while maintaining his career, providing financial stability as they scaled their operations. By working together and leveraging their unique strengths, Sam and Erica not only achieved financial freedom but also strengthened their bond as a couple. They learned to navigate challenges, celebrate milestones, and align their efforts toward a shared vision. Building multiple income streams requires creativity, commitment, and collaboration, but the rewards are worth it. Whether you're starting a side hustle, exploring passive income strategies, or supporting each other's career aspirations, the process brings you closer to financial freedom and a stronger relationship. Let's continue this journey by exploring how to plan for the future and build generational wealth in the next chapter. Chapter 9. Planning for the future. Planning for the future is one of the most significant steps couples can take to ensure long-term stability and build generational wealth. It's about more than just numbers, it's about creating a legacy that reflects your shared values and goals. With the right strategies for retirement, estate planning, and saving for future priorities, you and your partner can secure a prosperous future for yourselves and your loved ones. Retirement planning for two requires a coordinated effort to maximize contributions and benefits. Start by discussing your vision for retirement. Do you want to travel extensively, start a business, or enjoy a quiet life closer to family? Understanding your shared goals helps determine how much you'll need to save. Next, review your available retirement accounts, such as workplace plans, individual accounts, or pensions. Maximize employer matches if available, as this is essentially free money that accelerates your savings. Diversify your investments between stocks, bonds, and other vehicles to balance growth and security. Regularly review your progress and adjust your contributions as your income or priorities change. Estate planning is an essential part of building generational wealth. At its core, estate planning ensures that your assets are distributed according to your wishes and minimizes complications for your family. Start by drafting a will that specifies how your property, savings, and investments will be handled. For couples with significant assets or specific needs, trusts can provide additional benefits, such as protecting wealth from unnecessary taxes or ensuring funds are used responsibly. Assign beneficiaries for retirement accounts and insurance policies, and consider setting up powers of attorney to manage decisions in case of incapacity. Revisiting your estate plan regularly ensures it remains aligned with your evolving goals. Saving for children's education or other shared future goals adds another layer of preparation. Education costs can be significant, so starting early can make a substantial difference. Options like dedicated education savings accounts or plans designed for future education funding provide tax advantages while helping you grow your contributions over time. If children aren't part of your plans, consider other long-term goals, such as funding a dream vacation, starting a foundation, or contributing to community projects. Whatever your priorities, having a clear savings plan keeps you focused and motivated. Let's explore the story of Natalie and Mark, a couple who achieved early retirement through disciplined planning. When they got married, Natalie and Mark realized they shared a desire to retire by their mid-40s to travel and spend more time with family. They knew achieving this goal would require careful preparation, so they started by assessing their finances and creating a detailed plan. The first step was cutting unnecessary expenses and increasing their savings rate to 50% of their combined income. They focused on maximizing their retirement contributions, prioritizing accounts that offered tax advantages. To diversify their investments, they built a portfolio of low-cost index funds, real estate investment trusts, and bonds, ensuring a mix of growth and stability. Natalie and Mark also set up a comprehensive estate plan, establishing a trust to manage their assets and drafting wills to reflect their long-term wishes. They designated a portion of their investments for their nieces and nephews, emphasizing their commitment to family and legacy. Over time, their disciplined approach paid off. By age 45, Natalie and Mark reached their retirement savings goal and transitioned to a lifestyle funded by investment returns and passive income streams. Their careful planning not only allowed them to retire early but also gave them the freedom to explore their passions and spend quality time with loved ones. Natalie and Mark's journey highlights the power of intentional planning. By aligning their actions with their goals, they created a future that reflected their dreams while ensuring long-term security. Planning for the future is a gift you give to yourselves and the generations that follow. Whether it's preparing for retirement, securing your estate, or saving for shared goals, these steps create a legacy of stability and abundance. By taking action today, you and your partner can build a future that reflects your shared values and aspirations. Let's continue this journey by exploring how to celebrate financial wins and maintain momentum in the final chapter. Chapter 10. Celebrating financial wins together. Celebrating financial milestones is more than just a moment of joy. It's a way to stay motivated, reinforce positive habits, and deepen your connection as a couple. Whether it's paying off a credit card, reaching a savings goal, or hitting a new investment milestone, taking the time to acknowledge your progress helps you stay focused on your journey and reminds you of what you've achieved together. Acknowledging progress without derailing your goals is an art. The key is to celebrate in ways that feel meaningful but don't compromise your financial plans. For example, instead of splurging on a luxury item that sets you back, opt for something symbolic, like a dinner at your favorite restaurant or a day trip to a nearby destination. It's about finding ways to mark the occasion while staying aligned with your overall strategy. Discuss your celebrations as a couple and set boundaries that ensure your progress isn't disrupted. By celebrating responsibly, you create a balance between enjoying the moment and maintaining momentum. Planning meaningful, budget-friendly celebrations allows you to focus on the experience rather than the cost. Some couples enjoy hosting a dinner party with close friends to toast their achievements, while others prefer writing down their milestones in a journal and reflecting on how far they've come. Even small gestures, like a handwritten note or a shared toast at home, can feel deeply rewarding. The important thing is to make the celebration intentional and specific to your success. Gratitude is another powerful way to stay motivated and reinforce positive financial habits. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what you don't have to what you've already achieved, creating a sense of abundance and fulfillment. Take time to reflect on the progress you've made, both individually and as a team. Express appreciation for each other's contributions and the ways you've supported one another along the journey. Gratitude helps solidify your commitment to your goals and reminds you why you're working toward them. Let's explore the story of Michelle and James, a couple who strengthened their relationship by celebrating their financial achievements, both big and small. Michelle and James had set a goal to save $25,000 for a home down payment within 2 years. To stay motivated, they decided to celebrate every time they reached a $5,000 milestone. Their celebrations were modest but meaningful, such as taking a hike to their favorite scenic spot or enjoying a homemade dinner with a bottle of wine. As they neared their goal, Michelle and James began planning a more significant celebration, a weekend getaway to a nearby city once they hit the $25,000 mark. This trip became a symbol of their hard work and partnership. When the day finally arrived, they booked their dream getaway, enjoying the fruits of their discipline and teamwork. Through these celebrations, Michelle and James not only stayed motivated but also strengthened their bond. They learned to appreciate their journey, focus on what truly mattered, and find joy in the process of achieving their goals. Their story illustrates how celebrating financial wins, no matter the size, can create a sense of accomplishment and deepen your connection as a couple. Celebrating financial wins together isn't just about the moment. It's about building habits of gratitude, reflection, and shared joy that fuel your long-term success. By acknowledging progress, planning thoughtful celebrations, and embracing gratitude, you reinforce the values that drive your financial journey. These moments of recognition remind you of how far you've come and inspire you to keep moving forward with confidence and purpose. Let's continue to explore how these habits can create a foundation for a prosperous and fulfilling future in the conclusion. As we conclude this journey, remember that building financial success as a couple isn't just about numbers, it's about partnership, trust, and shared purpose. Together, you've explored the principles that turn financial challenges into opportunities, from mastering communication to celebrating milestones. These tools and strategies are your foundation for creating a prosperous future built on love and shared values. The most important step is the one you take today. No matter where you are in your financial journey, whether just starting out or refining your plans, small, consistent actions make all the difference. Begin with a conversation, set a goal, or start tracking your expenses. Each decision you make brings you closer to your dreams and strengthens the bond you share with your partner. Financial success isn't about perfection, it's about progress, patience, and celebrating the wins along the way. Let me share the story of Lauren and Alex, a couple who transformed their lives by applying the principles in this audiobook. When they started, Lauren and Alex had no budget, mounting credit card debt, and a lot of financial stress. They often avoided talking about money because it felt overwhelming. But one evening, after hearing about the importance of financial teamwork, they decided to sit down together and take the first step. They started small, creating a simple budget and committing to paying off their smallest debt. They celebrated every small win, from staying on budget for the month to paying off their first credit card. Encouraged by their progress, they set larger goals, including saving for an emergency fund and investing for the future. Over the next 3 years, they not only eliminated their debt but also built a growing investment portfolio and saved for a down payment on their first home. Along the way, they grew closer as a couple, learning to trust, support, and celebrate each other. Lauren and Alex's story shows that transformation begins with a single decision. It's not about where you start, it's about the commitment to move forward, one step at a time. Their journey is a testament to what's possible when couples work together, combining their strengths and aligning their values. Together, you are building something extraordinary. By applying the principles we've explored, open communication, shared goals, disciplined saving, and thoughtful investing, you create a future that reflects your dreams and values. Every conversation, every decision, and every milestone brings you closer to a life of abundance and purpose. Let's end with this affirmation. Together, we are building a future of love, wealth, and purpose. Repeat it often and let it remind you of the power you have as a team. You are not just managing money, you are creating a legacy that reflects who you are and what you stand for. Thank you for listening. If you found this audiobook valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Be sure to check the video description for tools and resources that can help you take your wealth journey to the next level. Your journey is just beginning. Take action today, trust the process, and celebrate the progress you make. Together, you have everything you need to achieve financial freedom and build a future that is rich in every way.